Hey, what up, guys? All right, and welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about something that nobody in the Turo space really talks about. And it could be the difference between making a few $1,000s next year and making tens of thousands of dollars more, right? And this is it. If you're not tracking your own booking, data every single day, you're just out here flying blind, guys. And here's the scary part: Turo does not give you the data you actually need to price correctly for next year, right? You can see earnings, you can see your trips, you can see the calendar, right? But you cannot go back and see the patterns that actually matter, right? And if you don't capture them yourself, they're gone forever, guys. So get out there and really start showing when these bookings are coming in, right? Today I'm going to go over this. I'm going to show you guys, hey, what should I be tracking? Why this gives me a huge advantage, right? It's one of those competitive advantages we've talked about in previous videos, and how this alone can increase your revenue next year. All right, so let's go ahead and dive on into it. All right, so here's what most hosts do, right? They run their cars, they have a good summer, they really remember being busy. And then next year, they just kind of guess. They either just turn on dynamic pricing, which I really do not like, right? And they copy last year's prices. Or they react, when bookings start coming in or not coming in. That's reactive. That's not running a business. Here, here's what you can't see inside Turo, right? How many days in advance, are these trips coming in? When they're getting booked. When demand actually started ramping up, which weeks filled instantly, which events drove prices up and spiked. When could you raise prices earlier? When should you have dropped them sooner? Right? Turo does not give you any of this historical lead time analytics, right? In a way that really helps you price strategically. And especially, you're in a seasonal market like we are here in Montana with summer tourism and hunting season and Yellowstone and glacier traffic, right? The entire year can swing 12 to 16 high demand months. So, if you're mispriced those weeks, you're going to lose out on thousands and thousands of dollars, and you won't even realize it. Most people are treating Turo like gig work, guys, right? Smart hosts are treating it like revenue optimization. Airbnb is tracking this, hotels are tracking this, airlines are tracking this. They track booking velocity and lead time. Why are they doing this? Because pricing is about demand and timing. It's not just about demand and existence. Let me explain this a little more simple. If summer bookings start coming in maybe 45 days out, and you don't realize that, you might leave your prices low until 30 days out. This means you just gave away the highest demand weeks at a discount. But if you knew that those bookings were going to start, maybe 45 days out next year, you'd raise your prices 60 days out, right? Now you're controlling the market instead of reacting to it, right? And that's what this dynamic pricing is doing to everybody out there, and I really don't like it. That's the difference between guessing and scaling here, guys. All right, so this part is simple. You don't need to overcomplicate it, guys, right? You don't need crazy software. I just use a notepad. You just need to be consistent. So every day, hey, what do I need? What do I need to be logging? Well, you need the date. You need the number of bookings that came in, the days until that trip starts, maybe some lead time, a daily rate booked, right? Length of trip, and obviously any reason, maybe like a concert or hunting, anything like that, and then just a little note at the bottom for anything else you want to add, right? I'm going to give you an example here. Let's say, June 12th, we got 3 bookings, 18 to 25 days out, maybe 200, 250 a day, 5 to 7 days. They're going to Yellowstone, they're going to Glacier. Our calendar is filling up fast, right? That's one entry right there that tells me everything I need to know, and it took 30 seconds, right? Demand starts mid-June. People are booking 3-4 weeks out, 200, 250 a day. It's not too expensive. Multi-day trips were common. Now, fast forward to next year, right? Now, instead of guessing, right, I know what's coming. I know by mid-June, man, I need to be at, 215, or I need to be at 275, right? Because I'm not panicking now, right? That's power. All right, so let's go ahead and talk some numbers here, guys. Let's just say, for example, you've got 5 cars, right? And let's say you're underpricing your peak summer weeks by just $25 a day, right? And this is what that dynamic pricing is doing to you, all right? I don't like it. But let's say $25 a day, Peak summer, you got 60 high demand days roughly. So you got 5 cars times $25 a day that you're too low, times 60 days. That's $7,500 you guys are leaving on the table. And that's just one mistake. Right now, imagine you got 10 cars or 12 cars and you got multiple seasons, summer, fall, hunting events, all this stuff. You're easily leaving $15,000 to $30,000 on the table just because you did not track patterns, right? And this is really important for Turo hosts that are just starting out, right? I don't want you guys thinking, oh my gosh, I only got one car, this doesn't matter. That is exactly opposite. It matters more because you're trying to get another car, one more car. Each time you add a car, you're really at the bottom of that exponential curve and you're about to take off, right? So it matters for everybody. Really stay consistent, and it doesn't take any software or anything like that. It just, you just have to be disciplined. So you guys want to take a guess here why most Turo hosts aren't doing this, right? It's because it's boring. Because it's not flashy. It doesn't feel urgent in the moment, all right? But boring systems, I'm telling you guys, build serious income. And that's exactly why most Turo hosts stay small, right? They operate emotionally. Oh, bookings are slow. I'll go ahead and I'll just drop my prices. Well, if you're in that mindset, you probably got dynamic pricing turned on. Turn that thing off, right? Historically, this is a slow 21-day window before demand ramps up, right? When you start to track your data, you remove all your emotion. And when you guys start to remove that emotion, you're going to start increasing your profit. So, here's where this starts to become powerful, you guys. Year 1, I get it. You got to guess, right? You're figuring it out. Year 2, you track and you got an idea. Year 3, you're predicting now. By year 3, you don't hope for bookings, right? You're expecting them. You already know, hey, man, when summer starts, when shoulder season dips, when fall hunting kicks off, when to hold firm on your prices, when to drop slightly. And that's when you're no longer just a host, right? This is when you're really starting to run a business and base demand on real operation. And that's how you scale without any stress, guys. Hey, so if you guys are serious about turning, Turo into real income, start acting like a business owner. All right, business owners, they track data. Start with a Google sheet. Start with a notepad. Log your bookings. Take 5 minutes a day. It's so easy. Next year, you are going to be thanking yourself that you did this, right? And if you're trying to scale your Turo business in 2026, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button because we're not just talking about it here, about getting bookings. We're showing you guys all the metrics and what we're doing. We're talking about how to maximize bookings, profit, and all that, right? So I really appreciate you guys sticking around to the end of this video, and we'll go ahead and see you guys on the next one.